It's important for Warner to hold this contest every year because we're really hoping to encourage more thoughtfulness and more engagement and ultimately more progress towards racial justice. And we really hope that by students learning to think deeply and even critically about the history of injustice in our country, that each generation will become progressively more equitable and more just. And so by holding this contest every year, we're hoping that we're doing our small part towards building the future that we want to see. By expanding the format of submissions to include, music and art and poetry, we hoped, first to make the contest itself more inclusive. And then we hope to give students the opportunity to engage in a way that was really meaningful to them. And we were just blown away by the submissions. And we want to say thank you to Malika Brown and all the hardworking staff and students at GRPS for participating in this year's contest. You've done a phenomenal job, and we're so happy to work with you.
What inspired me was the people who have lost their lives due to police brutality. I watched a movie about this man named Oscar Grant. Back in January, it was on the 4th of July, he got into a fight on the train and the police shot him. And I was watching the movie about him and it really shook me up because this could happen to any African American in America. The reason I created the piece in that particular format is because I love expressing myself through art. I love just drawing, sketching, painting, and I really love doing digital drawing because that's something I really enjoy because I can perfect my drawings. It means a lot to me because racism and discrimination is at an all-time high and people are getting killed just because of their skin color or their background. And I think that's just crazy. The message I'm trying to get across is that it's 2021 and everyone just needs to wake up. Like they teach you when you're in the first grade or kindergarten, you just need to treat other people how you want to be treated.
Well, my mom, she works with people to talk to adults to try to train them to talk to kids about race. It's a hard thing to do because kids, well, they see their parents as role models, just as I see Martin Luther King as a role model. My mom does this work and it makes me want to do this work to help her and other people out to try to get this message out there. Martin Luther King has inspired me to also do this, to be more like him, and to help with the message that he's trying to give. The message that I'm trying to send out is that color matters because it's an important part of your personality. And if kids think that, for one, color doesn't matter, or that their color is bad, or they want to be just like their friends and they seem different, then they're not realizing that color is a special part of them. And without it, they wouldn't be them. My essay is titled Talking to Kids About Race. An important part to me is that children are not colorblind. Representation matters. Identity development and racial socialization are important child development tasks. Think about how you are, or would have been, if nobody told you that skin tone is a special part of what makes you, you.
My teacher and Martin Luther King, they inspired me to do it because at first I didn't really want to do it. I was nervous and stuff. My teacher encouraged me a lot to do it, told me not to be nervous, and I wrote the poem. It doesn't really matter who you are or what you look like or anything. I feel like it matters about your personality and how you act around people. Cause I just want everybody to be kind to each other and happy and the world like needs to change because there's been a lot of stuff going on. Like that's I wanted to get this out to the world so they can know, not just my class or my school, so everybody can know. Martin Luther King Jr.'s Legacy, a poem by Tristan Thompson. Do treat others the way you want to be treated. Do not be ashamed to be African American. Do remember we are all humans at the end of the day. Do not try to be something you are not. Do remember to not discriminate against others. Do not treat anyone like they are different. Do think before you act. Do not take away from someone's happiness. Always be kind. If we all work together, we can succeed together. Martin Luther King Jr.'s Legacy.